We're ready, Madam Chair.
Thank you. I guess I'll have a motion to come out of executive session. Do we have to do, the committee made a motion to come out of executive session, correct? Somebody
Correct.
just tell me the best way to do this, so I don't know. I turn over to our Madam Secretary, Kate Masiello.
So a motion was made by me to come out of executive sessions, seconded by Trustee Lenahan, and the vote was unanimous to come out of executive session. In that session, we discussed the finalists for the SUNY Erie presidential search. And so and we were working on scheduling. So productive executive session.
Yes, thank you very much. Okay, so just resuming back to the items on the board agenda, I just need to make mention that these items were all discussed in great detail at the committee of the whole meeting, which took place at 9 a.m. this morning. We have 5 items that are presented on the consent agenda for board approval. BOT minutes of September 30th, Committee of the Whole minutes of September 30th, Talent Management Agenda of October 28th, Chargeback Account, Facility and Academic Master Plan of Phase 1, Executive Summary and Resolution, as well as the Disposal of Materials List, number 324, the resolution. I would just ask at this time that President Reuter just give a brief summary of items 4 and 5.
Item 4 and 5, as discussed during committee of the whole, item 4 is request to designate $1 million from our capital chargeback account for a project or projects to be determined based on our facility and academic master plan. The college administration will come back to the Board of Trustees when those specific projects are identified, so we can then get the necessary county and state approval. Item 5, disposal of materials. There are 3 items that are fully depreciated, meaning zero book value, that are being sent to auction, and they will be taken off our books for the audit.
Are there any questions regarding any of the items 1 through 5 on the consent agenda? I'd like to ask for a motion
So
to
moved.
approve items 1 through 5. Is there a
Move
second?
approval.
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Items 1 through 5 are approved. For board information, we have items 1 through 16. Again, each of these items were discussed in great detail at the committee of the whole that took place this morning prior to this meeting. Are there any further questions from the Board of Trustees regarding items 1 through 16? Thank you. Items 1 through 16 are listed for board information. Next, we have the policy and governance by our Madam Secretary and the chair of this committee, Kate Masiello.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. The Policy and Governance Committee met on October 13th, addressed a number of outstanding issues. We tabled the agenda items that we were discussing for further refinement, hoping that they will come back to the board for their approval soon. You see before you the minutes from our June 9th meeting. And part of your next report, Madam Chairwoman, will contain some of the work that has been done by the Policy Committee and that it relates to the Correction Action Plan. So that's my report. If anybody has any questions, happy to answer them.
Thank you very much. But since we're moving to the Correction Action Plan next, under the Chairwoman's report. I'll just ask if you or someone from your committee can just give a little brief update of what we see here on pages 78 through 81.
Well, you can see that the committee has been very, very busy over the last couple of years, and part of the correction action plan requires a report annually to the board of compliance with the cap items. So I don't know, Bill, I know you've been working hard on this. You want to take over, that'd be great.
Certainly, as Kate and I were texting back and forth this morning, what my suggestion would be is we have a matrix of all the policies, and what I'm working on is connecting all the policies that have been written and or redrafted to the specific corrective action plan items. So there's a correlation. I would suggest that the college has done very well in addressing each of the items, but as Kate and I went back and forth today, it's important for us to institutionalize the process, so as board members and or senior staff leave the institution, we do not forget about that. So I will have a report for next meeting with that matrix to ask for any comments, suggestions, improvements, and then suggest that it be something that is minimally part of the annual meeting and maybe even more frequent than that. So it's an action item. Kelly can always make sure that it gets on that annual meeting. But I have a pretty good start on an alpha listing of every policy and how it correlates to the corrective action plan.
Thank you very much. I remember the corrective action plan happening on maybe at my first 6 months. We started the blue ribbon panel of this, and I was thrown right into it. So it is refreshing to see how far we have come since those that blue ribbon panel, and the work that the policy committee and the college has done, and updating our policies and making them relevant for today. It's been amazing. So thank you, Kate, for your leadership, Bill, and also everyone on your team, Tracy as well, because I know you've been working closely with policy. Also, for my report, I just want to bring to your attention the 2022 meeting schedule. The one thing I would like for you to notice is that we have secured our retreat dates for this spring, as well as next September. So in September, we should have our annual meeting, but a lot of times it gets pushed back and back and back because of scheduling. So hopefully these dates are now far enough ahead that you can put on your calendar, and we'll give you more information as we go forward. You'll also see the committee. The only thing I'm not seeing, just one second.
I don't see the
missing
retreat.
it. I was looking for I'm sorry, you said.
I don't see the retreat. I mean, I
Yeah,
see
yeah,
one in
I
September
don't-
2022, but I don't see one.
Yeah. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for the March retreat dates. I'll get those to you guys. Or yeah, because I don't remember just off the top of my head what dates we came up with. I'll update this. I'll ask Kelly to update this form. Thank you, Kelly, and get that back out to you guys. Also, you'll see the committee of the whole meeting agenda to follow that on page 83. I'll save a lot of the rest of my report to the ad hoc committee's report. I know we have a few trustees that are jumping off soon. So I just wanted to say thank you. Let me just make sure we don't have anything else for board approval. I don't think so.
The board meeting schedule found on page 82 is a.
Oh, we have to
board
approve
approval.
this? Okay. I would ask for a motion to approve this meeting schedule pending the update of these, I'm gonna call it the March retreat because I just don't remember the date that we're having. Yeah, February 11th.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We believe it's February 11th for the retreat. That was
Okay.
the consensus of our group in in here.
Okay. February 11th. So, yeah, so we'll just throw that on here and then we'll send it out. Thank you.
Okay.
Any opposed? Thank you. The SUNY Erie Board of Trustee meeting schedule is approved. Just want to say again, thank you to the trustees who have to jump off. Many well wishes and congratulations and good lucks to fellow trustee Carrie Phillips in her race. And I look forward to the celebration dinner.
Thank you. See
Good
you guys
luck, Karen.
soon. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Madam Chair, as we discussed yesterday, I also have to go to the Erie County Legislature for 2 items that are before them. I will submit my president's report as part of the minutes, and I would just ask, we talked about enrollment when my time comes up. I would ask Amy Yoder just to give a few other updates about vaccinations and some of the SUNY requirements as we move forward. But other than that, I am going to head to the legislature. Any questions for me before I depart?
I don't have any questions, but what I will do is just move that conversation up now, if that's okay. So if you have to leave, I understand. We'll get your report in the next packet. Amy, feel free to go over COVID bill. I don't know if you wanted to talk enrollment now or whoever
We
is
did
going to talk
enrollment.
about.
We did enrollment already.
Okay.
We did it. Yeah, we did that this morning.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bill. Good luck. Amy? For COVID update?
Having technical difficulties trying to get in.
Okay. So we'll hold that and keep moving. The next item for board information was the committee of the whole meeting. We do not have to approve that. Moving right along is the ad hoc committee reports. We have one, the presidential search, co-chairs, myself and Lynn Linehan. Lynn, I'll let you take it.
Sure. As we discussed previously, we are in the middle of our search. We now are down to 4 finalists. We're going to be scheduling dates for their interviews, and Denise will make those announcements at the appropriate time. We think we have 4 excellent candidates, and we're looking forward to having them on our campus. Looks like right now early December, but we'll finalize our plans. And I think the search committee members who are not members of the Board of Trustees were very, very helpful, very involved in every aspect. Tracy and Patrina, who I don't know if they're both on a call. I see Tracy, added so much, and as did the other members. So we're very appreciative of all the involvement, and certainly thank our fellow trustees who were very diligent in their questioning. And I just think we had a solid couple days with these candidates, and we're looking forward to interviewing the 4 finalists.
Thank you so much. Student trustee report. Trustee Travis Poling. Did we lose you?
Travis had mentioned he had to go to class, so he is off the call.
Okay. Travis is very busy with not only class, but clinicals this semester. So I appreciate him for trying and being present, in addition to all of his other obligations. College Senate, Colleen Quinn.
Morning, everybody. So nice
Good
to see
morning.
everybody. I apologize for missing the September meeting, as I know Amy's going to be giving a COVID update, but with all the small people that have not been vaccinated yet, I've done 2 10-day quarantines with my little guys so far since the start of school. So it's been crazy. But the College Senate met in September and in October. We've been busy working with our COVID team and communicating with our students to make sure that the student compliance with the vaccination cards was going well. We were talking to our students, and a lot of us were also, having them submit their vaccination cards in class and using time for that so that we could make sure our compliance rate was increased. We have been working with our college-wide curriculum and our general education committees with various opportunities. We're going to be putting forth a micro-credential to SUNY through our CWCC, College-Wide Curriculum Committee, and we're working with our new general education ILOs. And of course, our chair, Erickson Nealance, has been very involved with our Middle States work. We had a Guided Pathways Institute through SUNY that happened at the end of September and early October. We sent a team there. It was our 4th institute that we've attended, and we're working with Dr. Sagai's office as well as Andy Anesi in the registrar's office to do a large comprehensive plan to involve the entire college starting in the spring semester. And we had very robust conversations regarding 2 potential policies on grading and grade changes, and we'll be discussing those further in the November meeting. And that was it. It was really just, it was kind of light. So it was kind of nice because it was right before midterms, which is always a crazy time of year for our faculty.
Thank you, Colleen. And good luck with the little ones in school.
Thank you. I cannot wait until they can be vaccinated. I'm going to be first in line.
Amy, are you on now?
I am here.
Okay, there you go. All right.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Just to give you just a quick overview of COVID and the updates of the situation that we're in. So I'm happy to say that our staff vaccination rate is now 87%, which is a huge increase. That has been great. Those that are unvaccinated are tested weekly on campus or at an off-campus location. So we are collecting that data and actively monitoring that. Through Human Resources is doing the testing compliance. From a student vaccination rate, we have just a little under 5,100 students who are taking seated courses on one of our campuses. From that count, 4,600 of them are fully vaccinated. And then we have a little around 350 of those are partially vaccinated, meaning that they're completing their 2nd vaccination shots shortly. And as Bill reported earlier, we have about 150 students who are receiving a religious or medical exemption. The students that are receiving religious and medical exemptions are also tested weekly. And I'm happy to say, actually, our student withdrawal count is down to 97. So every single day, that number does change. So if we do get a student that was withdrawn from their seated courses and then has gone out and gotten the vaccine, we're able to get them back into classes very quickly. So we are constantly working with that group. Some changes on the horizon for the spring semester in terms of the vaccine. The SUNY has issued new mandates for the spring semester. I know Bill had mentioned it was registration. It's actually students need to be vaccinated 2 weeks prior to the start of classes. So we are currently meeting and working out the logistics of that. So this semester it was an uphill battle. I'll be honest with you. We had an amazing team of staff that helped get our students into compliance and get that vaccination information in. Because of having that deadline of first the 27th and then October 7th, it kind of put us in a situation where we were calling and constantly trying to reach out to students to get their vaccination card in. From here on forward, it'll always be required prior to classes starting. So that does alleviate some of the stress of the situation. We will obviously be working again with the county and trying to get vaccination pods in place for some of our registration and admission events that are on campus. We just found out this week also that the county will be setting up COVID rapid testing on our South Campus parking lot, which is good. We'll be able to utilize those services, especially for symptomatic individuals, and be able to send them there instead of having to refer them to a local pharmacy or just the county hotline number, which is nice. So that's COVID in a nutshell at this point. It's here to stay. We are already prepared for information on obtaining tighter information. So when students or staff get booster shots, we are all set up to maintain that information. Through the ITS team, Scott Ermer has been assisting. SUNY has set up a vaccination portal and a dashboard so that anybody could go onto this dashboard and see the vaccination rates for each of the campuses. And we're working through doing that data transfer, uploading our information to the SUNY system. So it has been very interesting. And I just want to use this opportunity to thank everyone who has contributed time, effort, and everything else to working towards keeping our campus community safe. This has been great. Our positivity rate has always been very, very low, and that is because of all of the efforts everyone has been making. I can answer any questions that you might have.
Actually, I just want to add something, Amy. When we are hiring employees, any new employees, I just wanted to let the board members know that we're requiring them to submit their COVID card to show proof of vaccination, or they have to sign up for testing. So that way we're not having to backtrack and figure out if they got tested or what's going on. So from this point on, well, we've implemented it months ago, but it's made a big difference too moving forward for us in terms of staff. Okay.
That's great to hear. Thank you, Amy, and to your team and all the staff who are helping. Thank you, everyone who have decided to get vaccinated. And yeah, let's just keep going. Old business. Is there any old business? Hearing none. Is there any new business? Again, hearing none. We have next on is executive session, which we put up the agenda earlier this morning. The schedule for next month's meeting is listed. The committee of the whole schedule for November 18th at 9 a.m., followed by the Board of Trustees meeting starting at 10:30. At this point, it is 11:26. I would like to have a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you so much. Have a great Halloween.
Thanks all.
Everybody, thanks.
And remember to vote. Remember to vote.
Kelly, can you stay, please? And Bob, can you stay?
Yes, we will.
Okay, thank you. Is